I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds. It's a great game, amazing game. Been loving it, love it to death. And I love the monsters in the game. Monsters like Arkveld, Zoshia, Gore Magala, Raydao. Amazing monsters. I love the returning monsters, and I love the new monsters like Arkveld, especially Zoshia with like all the red lightning and stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it because I know some of my friends will be watching and they won't know what I'm talking about. So once they play the game, I'm probably gonna talk more about it. But that fight, amazing. Cannot wait for the higher rank version of that monster. But I'm making this video today because I have some monsters that I personally want to see in Monster Hunter Wilds. Some of you guys probably won't be agreeing with me. Remember, this is my list, and I'm just here to have fun. So let's get started. I know with Title Update 1, they're bringing Mitsune, and we don't know the other monster yet. It is yet to be announced, but they're also bringing in, they're bringing in another tier of difficulty, which I'm excited to see, because Temper Arkveld, yes, it's challenging, but I fought him to the point where, I can still get carded by him. I'm not the best Monster Hunter player in the world, but I do find him not really that challenging at all. But I'm really excited for that new difficulty option that's coming to the game. It's gonna be great. I know some of you newer hunters are gonna have like a problem with it. Hell, even I will. Yeah, even the veteran hunters will probably as well. Because when Monster Hunter wants to get hard, they will get hard. Alatreon was yeah, that was a fight. So was Fatalis. Especially if you do that shit solo. You're gonna be stuck there for like a few hours, like just trying to fight the guy. I know, I tried to solo him one time, could never do it. I ended up getting carried by some of my online friends back then, which, shout out to them. I haven't really talked to them in years, but, if you ever see this, thank you for that. But, let's really get to that list, because I'm gonna keep dragging this out, and I don't really want to do that, but, yeah. First on the list is gonna be Devil Joe. I really want to see him in the game. I love the Angry Pickle, and if he came to Wilds, that'd be fucking awesome. But I feel like he'd fit right in, especially with like how many monsters are on the map and how big it is. Like, he could have so many fucking different turf wars with like monsters like Arkveld. He could have like Gore Magala, and he and Raydao. Like, he is a pretty strong monster even in lore, and he's always been one of my favorites. I love his armor set. I love the way his weapons look. I love the dragon breath shit. Like, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's Dragon Blight. But Capcom, please give him the ability to eat his tail in the game. Everyone wants to see it, especially me, because I'm such a huge Devil Joe fan. Like, he's so great, and when he comes to Wilds, he better be like the most like he better be a crash out. Like, I want this man to be a crash out. I want him to fight everyone. I want him to pick up and just start throwing people around, kind of like how he did in World. Like, it's so great seeing Devil Joe in game, in like a Monster Hunter game. Like, I see him. Instantly 10 out of 10 for me, honestly, because I love that guy. I love that guy. He's awesome. All right, let's get to the next monster on the list, though. Second on my list of monsters that I need to see in Monster Hunter Wilds before I go crazy is Glavenus. Y'all don't understand how cool this guy is. Like, it's a fucking dinosaur with a sword for a tail, and he'll sharpen it with his mouth, and like, it really doesn't even end there. He even like heats up his fucking blade by scratching it on like debris and rocks and shit like that. It's so cool, and he has some of the most badass moves in the game. And like, I just know the intro cutscene for Glavenus is gonna go crazy, and there are gonna be edits of it on like TikTok, Instagram, and like YouTube Shorts. It's gonna go insane. Like, I promise you, when Glavenus comes to the game, like, there will be edits of that intro cutscene and like shit he's gonna do. But let's get to the next monster in the game. Third monster I want to see in this game has got to be Rajang. Basically, the way I describe him is a giant angry fucking monkey, and he will beat you to death. It's the best way that I could describe him. And he's basically, him and Rajang and Devil Joe have kind of had like a rivalry, and like their turf war in Monster Hunter World is fucking insane. And I promise you, in Wilds, that turf war is gonna go crazy, because a lot of like cutscenes, like the amount of cinematics in Wilds, like all the cinematics in Wilds are insane. Like, they all look amazing, and no doubt Rajang and Devil Joe's turf war is gonna be just as spectacular. But the main reason I really want to see Rajang in Monster Hunter Wilds is because I want to see my friends get beaten to death by a giant monkey. Which, I hey, they low-key deserve it, you know? Next monster I want to see in the game is probably going to be Elatrion. Because, you know, and when he came out in World, there was a lot of backlash because of the difficulty of him. He was a really hard fight, no doubt, but a lot of people didn't really understand how to fight him because, you know, he was really big on elemental stuff. So every time like he would change elements, you would also have to change element to suit him. But I'm assuming like not a lot of people understood that, and like a lot of people like stuck to like base damage and like blast. So I get why people would have been mad because they would have to change their builds. But I feel like in Wilds he probably could work, because you're able to carry multiple. You could carry 2 weapons. So if everybody would carry like 2 of each element, you know, we could have people like be able to fight him. You would have 8 elements on the field, and people would be able to fight him. Like somebody would carry fire, blast. Somebody else would carry ice and water. Somebody else would carry like electricity and paralyze. You know, stuff like that. Stuff like that. I feel like it could work in Wilds, and people might find him a better fight in this game, just instead of like World. And I feel like he did get a lot of hate, and he does deserve the. I think he deserves the second chance, you know. But let's move on to that last monster that I have saved. But it isn't really going to be a big shocker, because I love this monster a lot, and I already mentioned him earlier in the video. So let's just get to it. Fatalis, you know, not a big surprise, huh? I really want to see Fatalis in Monster Hunter Wilds, especially with Zoshia. We could probably get like White Fatalis, or hell, even Crimson Fatalis. And I promise you, after what they did in World, Wilds is gonna be so great when Fatalis comes to this game. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so happy. Like y'all gonna see White Fatalis, Crimson Fatalis, and it's gonna be like this big, amazing arena, kind of like Fatalis in World, with like multiple walls, the Dragonators, and all that. It's gonna be so cool. And his armor, I know his armor is gonna look so good in this game, and the weapons too. And in lore, like when you wear Fatalis's armor, you could actually hear the fallen hunters that were melted into his body. And you know, he's the dragon that like hated all of fucking humanity, and man, he would be such a cool addition to this game. And I feel like newer hunters need to see his like the majesty of Fatalis. Like, I'll never stop being a Fatalis Glazer. I love that dragon, and I'll always love that dragon. And I need to see if they can. The version I really want to see is White Fatalis, because you know there was a mod in Monster Hunter World, and they showed like that purple portal. Yeah, because I think it was from Freedom Unite. I could be wrong, you know, fact check me in the comments. But I think it was Freedom Unite. But he would spawn in, and there would be like this giant like fucking portal in the sky, and he would come in with like his red lightning, and it was so fucking cool. It's like Placidusax and Bale, and like Dark Eater Madeira from Dark Souls 3, and like one fucking dragon, and it's so cool. Like, Fatalis is such a cool fucking dragon. Like, there's no reason he shouldn't be in Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, I really need him in this game. And I need my friends to also experience him too, because I know they don't want to go back. Well, a few of them don't really want to go back and go play the older games. They just want to go play Wilds, which I'm fine with. I respect it. But I feel like Fatalis should be in Wilds, and he'd be an amazing addition. But yeah, that's the list. Well, that was my list for Monster Hunter Wilds. Please feel free to disagree and tell me why I'm wrong and why I should game end myself. Or feel free to just put your list in the comments. If anyone watches this, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Or dislike it. Do whatever you want. But, you know, just have a great day. You know, enjoy life. I hope all of y'all are happy, you know? And don't worry, I do plan on uploading more. This is kind of like my first video, so I do apologize for the quality of it. I know it's pretty cringy, but I will be uploading more, so I will get better with time. Just stay with me here. But don't forget to like and subscribe or dislike it if you dislike it. Just have a great day, man. Just smile. Just be happy. See ya.